looking real aggressive here. Let's see how that plays out if we stay aggressive for the entire 10 minutes. That could be a tie-run fight. Timmy pulls guard, goes for a hook right away. Maybe trying to sweep. Hooking Eugene's leg. He hits a sweep with that leg control.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's Tony Horton Gracie here. First, I'd like to thank my gi sponsors, Jaguar BJJ Gear. They got some flashy gis, some nice rash guards, t-shirts, hoodies. Check them out. If you're doing BJJ and you're not wearing their stuff, are you really being a Jaguar?
So what's your name and where are you from?
So, my name is Tony Horton Gracie, and I'm from, my original is São Paulo, Brazil.
So where do you live now?
I live right now, I'm actually residing out of Tampa, Florida.
How long did you live in Brazil?
Well, technically, if you want to get technical, I never lived in Brazil.
So you never lived.
So the reason I say I'm from São Paulo, my grandfather, George Gracie, the founder of Gracie JiuJitsu, he was from São Paulo, Brazil. So my people are from São Paulo. So when people say, where are you from, where are you finding out of? It's São Paulo. P.
In martial arts, went in the other. Jab. Double jab. 8 months later, I dropped out of school. Was no longer an engineering student. Was now living on the floor, trying to, pay for training by cleaning mats, and eventually decided to pick up MMA and haven't looked back and never been happier. I spent a lot of time becoming a complete mixed martial artist. I have a lot of room to grow, that's for sure.
So it's Tony Horton Gracie. And a lot of people are saying, what's my prediction when me and Ryan Hall finally get to grapple or wrestle? And here it is. I don't think it's even going to last long enough to go on the ground. We're both grapplers. We're both jiu-jitsu experts. But here's something he doesn't know about me. I'm actually the former 2003 All-Army Taekwondo champion, All-Armed Forces Taekwondo champion, and Korean Open gold medalist in Taekwondo sparring. So I got them feet.
I look forward to showing that I can kick in the face just as quickly as I can break a leg.
Hey Tony, so what do you think's better? The Imanari roll that Ryan Hall does, or the P90X Minari that you do?
So I'm getting asked by a lot of people, hey Tony, what do you think's better? The Imanari roll to a heel hook that Ryan Hall does, or the X-Minari roll to the P90X guard and then the heel hook that you do? And I got one question for you. If a bear shits in the woods and no one's there to see him, did he make any noise? Tonight, we're going to show you the hallmark of my P90X guard, how to get into it. It's not the Imanari roll, it's the X-Minari roll. Hey guys, how you doing? It's Tony Horton Gracie. I get often asked a lot and people contact me and say, hey, look, Tony, you got a nice X guard, that P90X guard, but Tony, how can I even get an entry into that P90X guard? So tonight, I'm going to show you how you can advance from your fighting stance, close the distance, and get right into your P90X guard. You got other rolls, other entries that you see. You see when people grab a leg and you might do a really cool catch wrestling kick flip. Or you might see where someone tries to grab the leg, he steps down, and next thing you know, they're going into a Victor roll leg lock. Oh, tap, tap, tap. Another leg lock entry that you see that little punk Ryan Hall do is the Imanari roll. So the best way to get used to starting the X Minari roll is to think about your side break fall. The side break fall where your leg kicks out in front of you, boom, and you slap the ground. Wah! Like that. Wah! So what I mean is I'm going to use my hand as the overhook. As I do that, my leg is going to shoot right in the middle so I get ready for my X guard. And I have my X guard. Once I get an X guard, there's two variables or two variations. I can have the overhook or I can have the underhook. A thing about having an overhook is if I take an overhook and you were to fall down right then, I have an ankle lock. But if I have an underhook and he were to fall down right then, I don't really have anything. The thing I might want to use an underhook for is more if I'm trying to move him far away and bring him in to go for some sweeps. So I always want to start with the overhook. I always want to keep in mind that X Minari is really a shoot and I'm going in. And a big problem with shoots or a good opportunity is someone might fall down. So if I start with an overhook, I can anticipate that even if he falls down as soon as I get into my X Minari, I can still finish with an ankle lock. Oh my gosh, he fell down before I got anything. I have an ankle lock. Tap, tap, tap. When I get ready to drop down with my overhook, I want to have this hand here to take a little bit of the pain off of me pulling his leg in. Kind of like if I was in Thailand or Laos doing some Muay Thai kicks, I don't want to necessarily take the whole pressure of a kick just to trap it. I would use my opposite hand to stop it before I trap it. Ah! 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 I want to use both hands, maybe to stop the impact of his kicking leg so I can actually grab it. Also, the last reason, one of the most important reasons why I want to do my X Minari with an overhook is because if I do an underhook, his leg can kick me right in the face. If I were to come right under and get right here, he can smash me, or choke me out. But if I have an overhook, I have something separating his leg and his shin from my neck and my face. It's my body.
The position is a very simple leg entanglement where my right leg is hooked inside of your right leg or my left is hooked inside of yours. What I find to be interesting about the 50-50 is very easy to acquire because it's a neutral position. The mount, for instance, the back, these are fantastically powerful positions, but they're harder to come by because they're more steps into the game. That's like saying, I really like to checkmate people. Well, fantastic, so do I. But what if you say, hey, I really like to draw someone's night out and get rid of it? That's a much more reasonable intermediate step between where I am in victory than thinking about the end game and the victory itself.
So setting up the X Minari to get into my X guard, my P90 X guard, can be as simple as a tie up, a break to one grip, and to drop right under him, like I was doing a sacrifice or a suicide throw. So it would look something like this. And I'm already under him. I have my X guard set up right here. I have my overhook, so if I wanted to, I can flip one leg up, one leg down, drop them, go for my ankle lock. I can come over, come around, and have a knee bar. I can come through and come up. I can switch my grip from the overhook to the underhook. I can extend them. I can change my footing stance, and I can do my technical stand-up sweep and come all the way up. I can use my two hands to help his leg over. I can grab him and take his back. What happens if you get your ex-McNara guard and you get into your X guard and you're not able to sweep him or submit him with a foot lock, and next thing you know, he falls straight back? Yeah, now you're playing your 50-50 guard like that little punk Ryan Hall.
Even if they do that, which they won't, I have a lot of other tools that are incapable of utilizing, and I don't think that they realize that yet.
So, from this 50-50, this quasi, we're both laying on the ground, who's gonna get the advantage or be able to stand up? It's gonna be me, Tony Horton Gracie. So the first thing I'm gonna do, he's holding a grip here, or he could even be holding the grip on my pants. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna use the foot right here, and it's gonna push that grip. After it pushes that grip, I'm gonna pull over to this side. I already have that underhook. I'm gonna hold it here. I'm gonna keep my grip on his sleeve, but I'm gonna use that hand to help me come up. My foot's gonna help come up, and as I do my technical stand-up, I come down, knee on belly, I have the grip here, and I have his leg. So, being the type of jiu-jitsu technician, foot locker that I am, Tony Horton Gracie, there's nothing that I want better than to be able to go from right here, enter in with my ex-Minari roll, go straight to an X guard, and finish the fight within the first round with a foot lock.
None of these people know how to stop me. I'm going to break them one by one. It's kind of like the Ronda Rousey thing. When I get a hold of these guys with any number of different things, they're toast. They just happen to be afraid of the legs right now because that's what I'm using. But that's far from the only weapons that I possess. And in fact, I'm a lot better at other things than leg locks. These guys just don't know that yet.
So a lot of people look at the X guard, the P90 X guard, or just the X guard for short, and they think it's a quick transition sweep or guard. They don't spend a lot of time. Maybe they drilled it for 2 or 3 months and they went on to the next thing. Here's something that you may not know. I built my whole game around leg locks and the P90 X guard. So when you see me coming, you ain't gonna see me coming. But sometimes it does happen. I'm able to close the distance and use my ex-Minari roll to get in there and use my P90 X guard, but he buckles straight down and he sits right back into a 50-50. No problem. From the 50-50, I'm just gonna break his grip, switch over, and come right back on top. Tap, 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 tap.
Bigger, stronger, all athletic looking and stuff like that. I think that's fantastic. I'm really glad. You know, I know that I'm the superior martial artist in every regard.
Key essential detail is I want to make sure I'm using my free hand to control his sleeve. So that way when he does go into the 50-50 guard, I'm controlling his grip and he's not controlling me.
Looking like he's got fairly good hips on top here. He's trying to block the face here, but every time he goes to block the face, Timmy elevates the hook, making Eugene having to post here. Eugene passes here. He's got his arm left in there, though.
Winner by heel hook, Ryan Hall.
I feel very positive about the fight. You know, I feel like I'm in a great place philosophically, spiritually, mentally, all that good stuff.
The bear shits in the woods and no one's there to see him. Did he make any noise? It's Tony Horton Gracie.